Good afternoon, traders. If you watched my live trade recap video from earlier this morning, you know that today was a bit of an unusual day for me. Basically, I missed 2 entries due to a technical issue that I didn't realize was happening at the time. And then I took the following 3 and they all failed. And the first 2 would have been easy 2-hour trades if I would have gotten even one of those, which I normally get the very first entry without any issues. I would have been done for the day. So it really kind of stinks that I had to give back so much profit today because I missed an entry and because of a technical issue. But the best thing you can do is learn from something like that. So what I learned was that the most important thing that I should do before trading is check my internet connection. I made a video about that, and I want to show you the difference between what I'm getting now and what I was getting this morning, and then I'll tell you what I did to fix it. But this is the thing, is that it was very hard to foresee I was having internet problems because my download speed was perfectly normal. I'm not saying I didn't run this test this morning before I started trading, but the internet and everything seemed to be working fine because my download speed was perfectly normal. But look at the difference in my upload speed. I basically had no upload speed, no uploadability this morning, and now I have the normal amount, which is about 5% of my download speed. That's typical for cable internet connection. So everything is fine now. The only difference is I restarted the computer and everything was fine. I mean, I tried refreshing the modem, unplugging it and plugging it back in, and I would still get results like that. And all it took was a simple restart. And I always start the day trading with a restart. My computer's always on a fresh restart. And you would think that would be enough, but you can see that I guess there's always something with computers. Anything can happen. So instead of just restarting your computer every day before you trade or making sure that you're on a fresh restart, you should definitely test your internet connection. And this video shows you how to download this if you need help with that. And I would definitely not trade if you're getting anything out of the ordinary. You should always be seeing roughly the same numbers. I've run this a bunch of times and they're always about that at that level. So if I don't see those numbers, then I'm not going to trade, and that will protect me from the big loss that I had to take today, which really stinks because it basically gave back more than half of my profit for the month. And there was nothing in my plan at the time to protect me from doing that. This is where my P&L was. I didn't update this yet. So this is where my P&L was yesterday, over $17.18, and today it's $7. And all of that is because of this technical issue and because there was nothing in my plan to protect me from that. So I've added some stuff to my plan. Check your internet connection before trading. That's obvious now. If anything seems out of the ordinary with Webull, don't trade. What that's about is that, like this morning, I didn't know that I was having an internet issue, but I saw that Webull was acting a little bit strange, and I would hit refresh, and you see how these 3 little bubbles, they come and go in just a matter of a second or two. Well, when I was doing that this morning, those bubbles would just stay there for 10, 15 seconds. The whole platform would go black, and then things would start to pop back up. So I was thinking that was a Webull issue, but obviously that was my upload speed, because whenever you refresh the browser, that is an upload action. You're sending a signal to the browser, and it has to be able to receive that signal before it can respond to it. So, and I also think that was why the chart was giving me problems. And of course, your order entries are an upload action. So I missed my first entry, and that was why. So it's pretty obvious. So I think that's pretty much it. I think I shared with you everything. I also added this little rule. If you miss the first entry on a stock, you can try for the second entry. But if you miss that one, don't try for a third, because more often than not, it will fail. And that's another thing that would have saved me this morning. That's kind of an old rule. I used to have a rule that said I can enter on the up to the second pullback, and that's it. And after the third pullback, I can't take an entry anymore. And I don't really have that in my plan anymore, but this is like a variation on that. And I think that it's a good thing to have in there, because even today that would have protected me. I'll show you on the chart exactly where that would have applied. I missed this was the first entry I wanted to take, and I missed that because of the internet issue. And then here's the second one, which I also tried to take, and I missed that one. And then the third one, I didn't try to take. I don't remember what was going on there, but I missed that one entirely. Even though that one would have worked out that time, but after that I started taking more. So my third entry was right here, and that failed. And I shouldn't. If that plan was in place, what I'm getting to, if that plan or that rule was in my plan, this right here, that I would not have even been able to take that entry. I would have had to stop after this one here, and so I would have been break even at this point because I missed these two entries. But instead, I took this third entry, so 2 failed attempts, and I took that third entry that failed, and then I continued to take trades because I can take up to 3 trades per day. So I took 3 trades, and they all failed. So that simple rule would have protected me from that loss entirely. So anyway, that's why that's there, and everything else is the same. But hopefully this video helps you. Sorry if I rambled a bit, but there was a lot of information that I wanted to get out. I'm debating on whether or not I really want to trade the rest of the month as well, because I gave back so much money today, and if something like this, I know if this exact same thing happens again tomorrow, I'll be protected. But what if another unforeseen thing happens? Then I'm going to give back all my profit for the month. So I'm just not sure what I'm going to do for the rest of the month. We'll see. There's only 3 more trade days left in it anyway, and it all boils down to whether I want to keep this small green month, risk it being a small red month. I could also win a few trades and bump this back up as well. You never know. So I don't know. I'm still working on that one, and we'll see what happens. So I'll see you in the next video, and we'll see if I trade or not tomorrow morning. All right, guys, take care. Hopefully this helped.